right, my fellow trolls, you see who's here again, right? This is part 2 of Friend Does My Makeup. Fabulous Fiftyosity, who has changed her title, her YouTube channel name to Fabulous Over 60. But anyway, same channel though. I will link her below. She's going to do part 2. Last time she did what she wanted to do. So today I told her I want her to do messy grunge. And we do have different ideas of what grunge is. So I'm still like, what's she going to do to my face? But before we do that, she gave me a gift.
She already hating on it. I haven't done anything.
I am not hating on it. I'm just excited to see what's going to look like. Y'all, we are so opposite. It just makes me laugh. It keeps things very interesting, though. So she gave me a gift. I like my eyelashes. Actually, it says the same thing on both sides. So let me take out the plastic and read you. What makes this super special is she has one as well, and then she went back and bought another one. So we have matching bags, and it says, I like my eyelashes as black as my heart and as long as the list of people I want to punch in the face.
Pretty much our philosophy as we go through
So
life.
this is a little cosmetic bag. And y'all know I like my bags almost as much as I like my labels, my label whore brush.
Oh my gosh, there's labels everywhere.
We tried to maneuver a little different this time so that you can see more of her and her not keep like fading out of the frame like that. And we have everything set up. She picked out what she wanted to use. She tried to argue with me because she's like, well, if you have your idea of grunge, you should pick what you want me to use. And I'm like, no. Because what if I was your client and I said I want grunge, what you going to do? So she picked out.
And what did I say? I said, what I usually do is ask, send me a picture of what you're talking about, what you like, what you want, so that, I can see, right? Because I can't see inside Miss Dion's head. I have no idea what she's describing.
Lies. That means she don't watch my videos. Y'all see the grunge stuff I do.
I do watch. Jesus.
But you don't know what okay.
See, she be picking on me already. We haven't even gotten started.
So, because last time I told her, I felt like she was a little thrown off because she starts with skincare. And I already had my skincare done. And so she had put primer on. So I brought out this sample thing of face cream. This is La La Retro whipped cream from Drunk Elephant, because I just want her to just do her normal routine and not have to adjust it. So whether she uses it or not, I don't know. But so I want her to feel at home. I want her to feel comfortable. This is our second time doing this, and so I just really want her to just be in her element and do what she's going to do. And so we think we have everything here. So we're going to get started. We think. Oh, she said she was thinking of doing another video again. I'm keep encouraging her.
I know, I keep wanting to do it. I'm like, I have to do a video, and then I never have time, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Right, you gotta tell them what we're using.
All right, so we're starting off with chapstick.
And you gotta show them what it is.
I will. A Holiday Cocoa. I would picked out mint first, but I don't know, just didn't feel right. So we're starting with chapstick as per usual on the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. And whether it's chapstick or whether it's another moisturizer, like the last time we talked about that Scott Barnes trick with the, what was that, the stuff he was putting under the eyes that's meant for the lips. So, and I had said it didn't work for me, so now I'm using that on my lips. So it's always a good idea to do, some lip treatment, no matter what it is. It could be a lip oil, it could be chapstick. I use the, whatever that's, I keep wanting to say Aquafina. That's not what, Aquaphor, that's what it is. All right, so, I don't really want to double dip in here, so.
Here. Oops. Hello. Use a Q-tip.
Okay, good idea.
She doesn't want to double dip into.
Yeah, I don't want to keep dipping into the pot
face
with
cream,
with
even
the
though
brush.
I double dip with my fingers because it's my cream. But I get what she's saying, because when she works on clients, you don't double dip stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely
and so I
not.
Completely.
And if I kept dipping in there, then I would be contaminating the pot, because even if our face is clean and we wash our face, and we still have bacteria. We have bacteria all over our body, certainly our face and our eyes, the corners of our eyes and things like that. So I do not want to be dipping back in the pot and then putting bacteria in there. And that's everybody. You could be as clean as all get out, and you can still have, some bacteria on the skin. So.
Well, everybody does. We all have good and bad bacteria.
Yes. Yep. And I think I'm also more cognizant of that just because I'm a registered nurse. And it's always my job to, well, I'm not a bedside nurse any longer, I'm a nurse educator, but it's always my job, or was my job, to make sure that my patients stayed safe, You know, wore gloves, was very, very careful, hand sanitizer, things of that nature. So want to make sure. So we just put a little bit of moisturizer on. So where's our little garbage bag?
Oh, so weird.
Oh,
My makeup trash.
oh, there we go.
So we can just leave.
Yeah, I'll just, there we go.
Put that
So
right there.
throw in that Q-tip
So we
away.
have on our face moisturizer.
Mhm.
So do you feel better?
I do feel better.
See that? Because I was getting the vibe last
I'm
time.
gonna grab this.
Yes.
Sorry.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no.
doing a little bit of wiping
Yeah.
here with a paper towel.
Yeah.
I usually have a box of tissues and I go through quite a few.
And I have a mirror down here so I can keep looking at it instead of going like this.
She gonna keep
Because I'm
looking
like, I
in the
want
mirror.
to see.
Oh,
All right,
yes.
so
All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go in with some primer. So we're going to use what Miss Dion usually uses is the Fenty Soft Matte Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer because that's what she likes to use and that's what we're going to be using.
how many pumps?
Well, I don't know, quite
Oh.
frankly, because I don't really use this. So I'm just starting
Hey.
with... Oh, sorry. Last time, apparently, the lid got a little...
Oh, they seen it because I opened it. I'm like, what the hell?
Dirty.
And then I'm like, why? And then I'm like, oh, that's when she was here.
Yeah, Petra made it dirty. Oh, my goodness gracious.
You said
Oh,
your
wait a
whole
minute
name.
now. I don't know whether that's enough.
I
now.
know, but I'm just cleaning
Okay,
it.
well, you might have to clean it again. So
That's okay.
So now we're just doing a primer. And, you know, some people do primers, some people don't. Most people I do see, they do.
What brush are you using?
I am using a Sigma brush, an F08.
It's one of the soft collection brushes.
Mm-hmm. And I like this because you can see the shape of it. It's flat, and it's really good for, well, the work that we're doing now. We're spreading primer around, and this is a nice soft brush, and this primer is actually very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very smooth and really easy to work with. And no, I'm not promoting Fenty, just saying.
Hey, I'm a Fenty fan.
I do
Most
like
of her stuff, not everything though.
You know what I like that I bought? I bought one shade and I liked it so much that I bought actually 2 more shades.
Mm-hmm.
The I think it's the lip tint because it's a tint and it really has long staying power. And I actually, they say that you can put it on and then wipe it off, wipe the excess off, and then that will leave a nice tint. I actually don't wipe the excess off, and it stays nice and shiny. And I just really love the way that it looks.
Are you putting under my eyes?
I am.
Okay.
See, listen to her bossing me around.
No, because last time you didn't even put foundation under my eyes, and I was just like, why shouldn't you do that?
Well, I don't want to load up.
You didn't put any under there, and it looked so dark.
Oh, well, sorry about that. And plus, I don't want to get too close to your eyes either, because I know how sensitive you are to many, many things. So I
But
don't want
these
your
are-
eyes start to water.
But these are stuff that I use.
You know, I'm just trying to be careful. Where's the love? I ask you. Where's the love? Oops, I'm like
Let me
molting
turn
over
this
here.
this way. Turn this some more towards you.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So now,
what we're gonna do? Well, here, I'm just gonna leave this over here. So now I'm gonna do the eye primer. Okay. So we're just gonna kind of get that in place. So we have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Amplifying Eye Primer. So Miss Dion, again, she likes to use it. And you go right on your
And
eyes
I
with
did-
this brush, right?
yes, this
Okay.
is mine.
Yep.
I did tell them I did start using less eye primer since you had commented like, I know you like to use an eye primer. And I thought about it, I'm like, damn, I really do. So I have
Yeah,
been
you
using
really.
less.
Yeah,
have
I
been
noticed that,
using-
but I'm like, well, hey, she knows the product. She knows her eyes.
I have
She
been
knows what
using-
she's doing. So it's like, hey, you
I have
know.
been using less.
And then I'm just going to pull this just a little bit out here, only because we're probably going to be going out here a little bit.
Oh, so I'm excited.
Okay. Because we were doing a little bit of a more grungy look. I think I'm just going to dip again since this is just yours. And, you know, if this was a client, we would not be using this tip directly on the eyes because, again, right, we don't want to contaminate the product. We don't want to, you know, if we've used it on another client and now here I am using it on Miss Dion and I've touched their eyes with it, it's like, oh my goodness. So you have to be very, very careful about cross-contamination.
That's why, too, that person asked me to do their makeup for the formal dinner. I'm like, bring your own. Well, I told them they can do their own base face. And I said, whatever makeup you want me to use, bring your own makeup, bring your own brushes, bring all your own stuff as much as possible. Because I'm just going to take for me what I'm going to wear. And so I don't want them to be like, oh, you run that. Can I use that too? And I'm like,
Oh,
did you blend this out?
did I blend what out?
Dye primer.
Of course I did.
I didn't even feel it. Like, I'm sitting here just in this
Well, it's
zone
because I'm
here.
so gentle. That's why.
She is gentle.
I got the gentle touch.
She does. And what is that, ma'am?
I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I think we can do that. So sometimes on myself, I go ahead and do some concealing, so it just kind of can sit there and dry, and then I can just go over. So this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Wear Concealer, and then what I do on myself and usually do on clients, so I don't have to put so much foundation on, because a lot of times you put the foundation on, a lot of times people are trying to cover things up. So I go in with concealer first so I can cover up any problem spots, and then that way I don't have to load on the foundation super heavy. So this is just really just covering up, anything.
So where are you putting that?
So I don't know. If you turn your face towards me here, I want to see. Okay. Okay, so just a couple little spots. Okay, I'm just going to kind of go over, and then I'm just going to just lightly tap it out. And you can do this for any age spots. Like I have age spots on my face that I like to cover up. I know Miss Dion likes to let her natural shine through, and I'm not trying to not let that shine through. Like I'm not going to cover up her freckles. But if she has any spots that I think...
Yeah, because that was a pimple. This is a pimple. That was a pimple.
Yep. All right.
Is that a pimple? Oh, that's a freckle.
Yeah.
That's a freckle.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what is that?
Yep.
You would think I would know my face by now.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm just doing a little bit of spot concealing. Just so, again, we don't have to load up her face with a lot of foundation, because I am not
And that Fenty covers like really well. Like I don't even put concealer under my eyes when I use the Fenty foundation.
All right, and then I'm going to go in here because Miss Dion does have some redness.
I got a lot of redness. And my mustache area is disrespectful. Like this whole part is like kind of green. No, seriously.
Green.
My mustache area is disrespectful.
So I'm just going to go in and just kind of blend out. And again, I'm going in light. I always am of the mind to go in light because I can go in and I can build up if I want to. But it's a lot harder to take it away. It's almost like cooking, you know. When you put salt in your food, it's like, yeah, just start with a little bit. You can always add more. You just can't take it away.
I don't cook with salt.
I do. I don't go nuts with it, but I do it as, you know, a little bit of an additive on there if it needs it. Something that's super salty already, I definitely don't go.
I'm looking in the mirror over here.
I'm just going to do, I think, a little bit more here.
Ooh, that's nice.
Just a little bit more here, a little bit more here.
And we might have to touch something you don't see.
I'm not finished yet. But when I'm done, and I've missed it.
Well, that's because I have a different angle than you do.
Yes. And I know you said you were hot, so we might have to touch up a little bit because I see a little bit of sweating around your nose area. So.
Oh, you know what that might be? The ointment I use for the redness around my nose.
Okay, gotcha.
But this is what I see that you don't see.
You're talking about over here?
No, I'm talking about like right here, that red spot.
Oh, I see. You're right. I didn't see it.
That's because the angle I was at.
Yeah, this isn't the ideal.
Yeah, if I was looking straight, I wouldn't have seen it either. But because I'm looking at myself sideways in the mirror.
And this isn't ideal. Ideally, you know, I would move around my client and be able to see everything, but at the space that we have here, turn the other way. I want to make sure that there's any redness over here. I catch that too.
That concealer is perfect for this area of my face.
Yeah, you know what I like? It is not...
And it's full coverage, but it's not thick and cakey.
No, it isn't, and that's why I like it. It is not thick and cakey at all.
It can get cakey under my eyes.
Well, I'm just going to do a little bit here.
For this area of my face, it just blends in.
Not going to do too much. Just want to make sure we get some of that darkness out of there because, again, I don't want to go in there too heavy with foundation. And, of course, as we start to age, you know, we get those fine lines. And the more you try to hide it, it almost seems like the more they like to just kind of say, hey, here I am. So I do not use concealer under my eyes. I don't have a lot of darkness. I have bags, though, and it's really difficult to hide bags. You can try to get into the shadows under your eyes, but then basically what you're doing is you're adding concealer to an area that already tends to crease very easily. And I've heard too from makeup artists, as much as they try to keep that area from creasing, it still does.
Because of the wrinkles?
Because of the wrinkles. They powder and they go in light.
I want to say this though.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's skin is different. And even last time you talked a lot about age. Everybody's skin doesn't age the same.
No.
Like my neighbor downstairs that I hang out with, I thought she was younger than me. She's older than me. I have more wrinkles than she does. And so everything is not age related. Sometimes it's just either your skincare routine, or it might be genetics, or just the type of skin that you have.
Or so you're living.
Right.
Like how are you living? Are you drinking, smoking?
Right. And so when people say, as you get older, that's like saying everybody when they get older, this is what's going to happen. And everybody is not going to experience the same things as they get older.
Okay, so I'm going to leave her freckles alone because I like them, and I know Miss Dion likes to look as much like her natural self.
Look how we look, y'all.
All right. Oh my gosh. Here we go with the eyeshadow.
I'm liking this.
I am nervous.
Why?
Nervous.
Oh, show them what palettes. Oh, you are going to do that. Let me slow down. Let her do her thing. Let me just let her do it.
Oops. Let me get that out of here. Everything is very organized and labeled. I will have you
Hi,
know.
my name is Dion. I'm a label whore.
So we are using the Natasha Denona Xenon palette.
That's mixed with Retro Glam.
Yeah, so...
And they have seen it before.
Okay, so you kind of see there's some...
Wait, put the paper there to cover the mirror.
Oh, sorry.
So you don't
So you can tell I don't do this.
Right.
All right, so you can kind of see.
Isn't that pretty?
It's very pretty. But it has some dark, like I would consider more grungy. And I think that's where we differ in our definition. To me... I tend to lean more towards...
Like the smoky grunge.
The smoky grunge or more gothy grunge. And Miss Dion, I think is... Her definition of grunge is not necessarily dark like mine, but it can be very colorful and grungy. Mm-hmm. Correct? I think that's where we differ.
Y'all, listen. I opened up the Yucca palette. She was like, ew, I don't like that. Them colors are ugly. I was like... Y'all know that's one of my favorite palettes. It's that Swamp with the grunge. She was like, them colors are ugly. I'm like...
No, I didn't like it. I'm sorry.
And I love her, so I didn't say get the fuck out. But I was just like, how you... This is one of my favorite...
Nobody be doing your makeup, so there's that.
That's one of my favorite palettes. She was like, ew, that's ugly. Them colors are ugly. I'm like, I really did that.
Yeah, she didn't like that.
Blasphemous. And I should have showed you the grunge palette from Stone Cosmetics because it has a couple dark shades but there's some light shades. And so grunge isn't always just smoky.
No.
And it's too far for me to go.
Oh, that's all right.
Is it too far? Yeah, it's too far.
Now you're going to be off camera.
I would have to get up to get it, but...
Well, that's... If you
so her grunge is more smoky. Yeah, my grunge can be smoky, it can be dark, or it could be light and ethereal, just like the funky, muddy type color Swamp with it that I like.
And one of my favorite brushes is the Scott Barnes brush, number 62. I remember when he was, he really got to his website was first. Sorry, his website was first up, and he did a lot of makeup tutorials, at least initially first.
His site is back up, right?
I know. That's why I asked you about the foundation brush. I want to get his foundation brush because, and I asked Miss Dion if she had it, but it's like it's $40.
I'm like, the dual fiber one?
There was only one. That's what I mean. I don't know which one.
If
I didn't know there was ever more than one.
I sold both of them on Macari.
Christ.
Because they were so wide, and because I do my brows first, it was just... Because even placing it here, it would come all the way to here. The brush was freaking huge.
Yeah.
And so I seldom use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sold them both on Macari.
All right. So we're going
to... I have his other ones, though.
And we didn't do Miss Dion's foundation because I don't like doing foundation. And then doing eyes because a lot of times there's fallout and it's easier for me to clean up fallout on a face that it doesn't have foundation on it. Miss Dion does it a little bit different than she does the foundation because she doesn't have a lot of fallout. But sometimes with some of the darker colors, and if you're really packing it on there, I'm going to be honest, I have fallout when I do that. If I go light and build up and really take my time, then I don't have as much fallout. But if I'm packing that stuff on there, then I must have said the SH word. So, okay.
Did you set the primer? Feels like it's not even
You didn't like it last time when I set the primer, did you?
It doesn't matter, and I don't remember. But I know you like setting a primer. That's why I'm asking you if you said it.
No, and I didn't set it. No, the last time I said it, this time I didn't, because when I put one of the shadows on, you're like, you know why that's not showing up, don't you? And I'm like, yeah, because I set your eyelids. So I'm like, next time I'm not setting them. She gonna complain at me.
How you do? No one's complaining, but you were like, well, this isn't this, and this is wrong out here, and that's not that. And I said, well, it might be why, or it might have been like,
yeah,
well,
and it was why.
But we don't know that though.
No, but the assumption is, yeah, with a set eye, some things are not going to stick and some things are not going to pop as much as an unset eye. But like I said, I prefer a smoother surface to work
set
on.
The eye. Like do you
All right, bossy, I'll set the
No,
eye.
do what you normally do. I'm just a mouthy client. That's
You don't have to tell me that.
Hey now.
Okay, so what?
I thought it was
where's that setting powder?
Wherever you put it.
under the thing here.
Wherever
Is it okay to use this one?
That's the only one I got.
Oh, okay.
Fashion Fair said it looks truly tawny powder. The only setting powder I have, the only one that I use.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and set the eye.
Okay. She poured some in the cap. This is so interesting.
Why would you not pour it in the cap? Where do you put the powder when you get it out of the container?
I'm just saying the whole process of you doing my face is just interesting because we're so different. But that's what makes it interesting. I don't know I'm doing
anything too weird though. You know what I mean?
It's not weird or not weird. It's just different. We just have two different methods of painting faces. That's all. But it's interesting though. That's what makes it interesting. It's because we are different.
Now, where's my Scott Barnes brush? I lost sight of it.
All the brushes is over on her side, so she's asking. But she did pull out brushes she wanted to use.
See, now she got me all discombobulated, and I lost my Scott Barnes brush. Now I gotta get another one.
Oh, I got plenty. Y'all know
I know.
like a brush.
I don't know, like 6 of them in there, so I could lose all of them here and still be okay. I have no idea where that brush goes. Isn't that bizarre?
You just used it to set the primer. And then you put it right here.
No, I use the Sephora brush. I use this one. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the heck.
It's right here.
Oh my God.
If it had teeth, it would have better.
Take me anywhere.
My mom used to say, no, what would she say? If it was a snake, it would have bit you. Mm-hmm. Don't be quick.
I put a little towel down last time. I heard that she yelled at me for.
I didn't yell at her.
Tapping brush. Yeah,
I didn't care when she was doing this with like the Real Technique brushes, but when she was tapping my Sephora and Scott Barnes, I was like,
there's a little towel here.
But you still heard that crack. No.
Where would you like me to tap?
How about you just flick it?
And just flick it all over us and
you
your
see
carpet
the floor
and everything?
Stains all over. Or just flick it on top
of it. I have a feeling the Scott Barnes brush can take it.
Or just flick it on top of the cloth. What color are you using?
I'm using Ebb. Which is
the
whoops, sorry, probably blinded everybody.
So we're gonna put the paper over it so then you can show them what you're using. Alright, hold on.
I gotta get used to the darkness of this.
Alright, so just
so Ebb, which is right here.
Yep. Okay. You might as well leave it there because you're gonna keep showing them what you're using.
I know, you're gonna keep making me.
Because that's what you do, so you can see what you're doing.
I know, I told you, I'm like, this ain't my thing, you know.
But you want this to be your thing.
I don't want to be on YouTube. It's like too much trouble.
Actually, it's really not. Once you get into a groove, it's fun. Like if I don't do a video every day, I feel weird. I'm like, something's missing out of my life today.
Sorry. Oops, you know what?
And you just smeared it, didn't you? Ooh! Or just clean it up later when it's done, because it might happen again.
I know, I'm gonna clean it up now.
I'm not looking.
You are looking.
Look, I'm looking.
You are looking. She looking and criticizing. Damn.
I just said,
ooh, woman.
But I do that with my makeup. I be like, ooh.
Alright.
You gave me a black eye.
I did. You see what I mean? I'm telling you, man. She's busting my nuggets. Listen now, you gotta keep that face straight. Stop your giggling and carrying on. How am I supposed to do your eye makeup? You're squishing your eyes together. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious.
Give me a black eye.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna stand up now because no, you don't have to turn. I'm going to move around you.
Okay.
Because otherwise, I'm not gonna be able to get this in here, right?
Okay. You want me to raise my brows or no?
Yeah, you can a little bit if you don't mind. I like this color. I do.
I know, it's a beautiful
I like the Xenon palette. I watched Angela Bright do another makeup look with it again the other day. She did 2 different looks. She did a really light look and a dark look. And of course, you know that you have changed out some of the shadows, so this isn't exactly the same.
I think I did.
But it looked, I like it, and I'm like, you know, I told myself I wasn't gonna get that damn thing because I have some black and no, I have some black and gray, you know, palettes. Like I have the Smoky one from ColourPop, which I really like, and it has a lot of blacks and grays in it.
I think I did 5 looks with the palette before I mixed up the shadows.
Okay.
So y'all, she don't be watching my videos.
It's been forever. This thing come out like what, 2 years ago?
Talking about Angela Bray. What about me? I'm your friend in real life.
I watch your videos, woman.
Mm-hmm.
You put up so many crazy. I don't know. It's probably 2 years ago since you did
that
this
palette
palette.
ain't even been out for 2 years.
All right, well, year and a half, whatever it's been. You've done so many looks in the interim.
I know. But we're talking about the Xenon palette.
We are, and I do like it. I like this blue. You know, I don't think I realized how many like bluish shades were in here.
Yeah,
I think I assumed, yes, like grays and blacks.
They're blue based though, all 3 of them.
Yep. I do like this color. I really, really do. Just want to make sure that it's pretty even on both sides. Sometimes you get cousins and not twins, so that's the way I always say my eyebrows are. They're not twins, they're cousins.
Sometimes mine are international
sort of related
neighbors, international.
So you said, did you tell me Night Sky was a very, very dark blue or black? I can't remember.
All 3 of those that look black or blue based.
Okay, so they're blue.
They're all blue based.
All right, very good. Goodness
She tapped the brush on her wrist. Don't be cracking Scott now.
No, I do like Scott's brushes. I really do.
Too. Everything
this
else
really is my favorite. This brush, I use it every time I do my eyeshadow. This bad boy comes out.
All of his makeup I ended up selling him Macari like years and years and years ago. I did not keep any of his makeup.
I did.
But
I still have it. It's probably pooped out by now, but I do use stuff beyond the expiration date because I've never had a problem. But for someone like Miss Dion, where she has a lot of sensitivities to things, you know, she's very cognizant about the expiration dates and keeping those, you know, labeled and everything.
And just so I'll know, because I told her my 69 was dying. Oh my gosh. But that one technically, the POA period after opening was reached in January this year. And today is July 27th, right? And so it's 7 months past when it should have died, according to the PAO. And so I'm still using it, but the textures, some of the shadows I use, the textures are different. One shadow in particular, it irritated my lids. And so it's definitely dying. And so I am going to dupe out what I can with Lethal. And I know it's not going to be the same. Because Lethal's bold shadows are super bold. And there's nothing super bold in 669. But color-wise, it might be the same. But as far as the texture or how bold or how dark it is, it's definitely going to differ. But it'll be interesting to see. And part of me wants to go ahead and build that palette now. And then do comparisons. Like do a 669 palette with the dupe shades and the new Lethal palette. But then I'm waiting for a sale for Lethal before I do another palette. But anyway, when you complete a palette, the larger the palette, the higher the percentage. If it's like a 9-pan, it might be 10% off. If it's a 12-pan, it might be 20% off, that type of thing. But then sometimes the single shadows are on sale as well. And so I'm just waiting. I need to look and see what's on sale. Because I do really want to dupe it out, and I think it would be nice to do comparisons, like one palette, one eye, one palette, the other eye, and see how close the looks actually look. Because Lethal has a way of knocking other shadows out the box. When I did the pack comparisons, it was no comparison, like at all. Lethal was just so bold and bright, and Pat was like, I'm just chilling in the back behind the curtain.
So what I had done, I had gone in, whoops, excuse me, I'm gonna grab my little shield here. I had gone in with Night Sky. First we did Ebb and Night Sky, and now I'm going in with a little bit of Snert around the edges, just to kind of make sure that we don't have any harsh lines or anything.
Let me see if Snert is Snert.
Oh, it says Snert.
Snert, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's right here.
Because we're, like how you see where this one says Contrail, and then I have the line, this is Palladian from Retrogram.
Oh, yeah,
so I put what it is so I would know where it is.
Oh, okay.
And so that actually is Snert that she's about to use.
Confusion abounds.
Labels!
Well,
Labels. You know what this is reminding me of right now, y'all? Is a look I did with 669 when I did the 2 looks, 1 palette, and the thumbnail showed both looks and it said 100% grunge. This is reminding me of the first look because it was like super, super, super dark on the lid.
Yeah.
That's what this is reminding me of right now.
I like it.
And I did show her that video today, so maybe that's what she's subconsciously recreating. I don't know.
No, I'm not, because I saw the Xenon palette and I immediately was attracted to it because, like I said, I just saw Angela Bright. Well, and her video might have been a little bit older. It just popped up in my YouTube feed, and that's what made me kind of use it. So,
but you know what's interesting though is that. Excuse me, this is reminding me of that so far, and I remember I put that green up here, and then there's this shade here that's in here. So this could even be a possible dupe for that look that I did.
So I'm going to put this away for now. I might go back to it, but there was also a MAC.
BYOP?
Yep. So that has these colors in, and I was attracted to this color here. It has a little bit of shift in it. I didn't want to go too heavy with the glitter because glitter to me is like
that's not glitter. It's not a glitter shade.
No, that isn't. But these are kind of
just
glittery.
Metallics.
Anyway, and
because
then
I don't do glitter. So I can promise you, I have nothing as glitter. I do not do glitter at all. Why is she so scared of the shimmery shades, y'all?
I'm not scared of shimmery shades. I don't want to be using glitter because.
Give me a black eye.
You better hush up, lady. I'm gonna poke you.
Yeah, how you talk to clients?
Close. Stop carrying on, you big nut.
I have to. That's what I do. Alright, so one of us gotta say
color.
something. It has that green brown shift.
I do like it.
I think
and that's kind of what attracted me to it. I think it has
that shade
shift.
Is Starry Night. What does it say on the top? Like up this label?
Oh, Starry Night.
Yeah, that's that shade Starry Night. It's the shift of Bougie. Oh, she did take Bougie. I asked her if she wanted to paint by Bougie and the fluid line in Macro Violet. She looked at them both and was like, "Oh, these are pretty." I said, "Keep them." So she's gonna take those with her. She didn't want the lid lifter treatment from City Beauty, so I need to figure out what to do with that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I never find any of that stuff really works. It's just a waste of time and money, quite frankly. You know, if you got, cosmetic things going on, you really need to get that done professionally. No cream gonna get rid of bags under your eyes, I'll tell you that right now.
That's the lid lifters for your eyelids.
And not gonna lift any lids either. Don't have that kind of power. Alright, so I'm just kind of going in again, just kind of smoothing, making sure there's no harsh lines of delineation.
So I need to figure out what to do with it, because I don't just want to trash it, because somebody might at least just want to try it. Yes, I need to figure out what to do with that.
Okay, sorry, I'm looking for, I put him all the way over here, sorry. I was looking for my liner.
And what brush is that?
Oh, this is the Sigma Angled Brow, but I love these kind of brushes. I looked at a bunch of others that had tips on it, and the only other one that I really did like was this little tiny one.
The MAC 210.
Yeah, the MAC 210, because it's very, very pointy.
Did you use that already?
I did on the back of my hand. I tested the.
Because I'm thinking, why is it dirty?
It's because I used it. I tried out the MAC liner because I've never used the MAC liner before. I always like to try things out on myself first just to see.
Yeah, I was like, what the.
But I do like this. It says it's for brows, but I'm going to be quite frank, it can be for eyeliner too.
Lisa sent me that because I don't even use brushes like that, but I kept it because she gave it to me.
Sorry.
So she swipes some on the brush and then she taps some off on the tissue.
Just so we're not getting, getting too much.
I'm just letting them know what you're doing since you're not letting them know what you're doing.
I know. I told you this is not really, not my thing. Can you close your eyes just maybe a little bit, raise your brows a little bit? There you go. Okay.
And you don't watch Hung Vango at all?
I've seen a couple of his videos.
I love his videos because he explains in such detail, and he is just so gentle. One of his videos, it was a recent one, he has said, okay, the model keeps falling asleep and we keep editing it out. I told her if she falls asleep again, we want to keep it in the video. And people were commenting like I would fall asleep too because he is just so soothing. And somebody said listening and watching him is like ASMR. And I play his videos at least like 3 or 4 times because I'll be watching it and I'll fall asleep. So when I get up, you know, I'll start where I left off, and then if I fall asleep again, I'll just restart it. And then sometimes once I'm up for the day, I'll just replay the entire video and I watch it while I'm eating lunch or something like that. But I just love how he explains things and why he's using what he's using, what it's supposed to do, why he's doing the look he's doing. And I just find him very soothing.
I'm just going in with a little bit of a thicker brush. This is a Lethal Cosmetics 240 pointed liner brush, just because I'd like to get a little bit of a thicker line. And that brow brush just was nice and thin and angular, but just a little bit too much so. Because I want to get a little bit more drama here.
You didn't want to use the paint pot for that?
I do, but a lot of times I like to go in with the shadow first.
Trace it out.
Yeah, well, trace it out, and plus it helps the liner actually stick better to the eye if there's either powder under it or powder over it.
But the eyeshadow is a powder.
I know, but this is a black. This is a very, very dark. And it's very concentrated that I'm putting it in this one area, so. Okay, open for me. Okay, close.
Okay, one of us got to say something. It's quiet.
I know. Well, you do the talking.
What do you want me to talk about? Well, we had the same pizza today that we had last time she was here.
We did.
And so our breath is canceling each other's out.
I did do a breath mint.
I didn't. Oh my goodness. You didn't. So you're just like silently suffering over here.
No.
So she ate a breath mint, but didn't give me a breath mint.
Well, I didn't want to be like, oh, hey, listen, you need a breath mint. See, how's that?
You could have been like, I'm eating one here. You want one too?
I
And I'd
guess
have been
I
like,
could've.
oh yeah, because we're going to be in each other's face for the video.
Oh, I can stop what I'm doing and go get one.
Do I need one?
No.
Be honest.
No.
Oh, because I'd be like, yeah, girl, your breath is tart.
How am I supposed to do your eyeshadow when you're squinting up those little eyes? Now stop that.
Okay, I'm trying to. Okay.
You being all difficult over here. I'm
Hey,
telling
you said to talk, so I'm talking about we had pizza. It had onions and peppers on it. And sausage. But I noticed you didn't eat the meat on yours.
I didn't like the sausage this time. It was kind of, I don't know, kind of chewy. And kind of, yeah, I wasn't a bit like a big fan.
And what brush is that? It's an Esom something.
Yeah.
What brush is that? Gotta tell the
Jesus, I'm
people.
trying to work here, woman.
You gotta tell the people.
Esom, I don't know, V31?
Okay.
Goodness gracious.
Well, you gotta let people know what you're using.
Well, I know, but I'm trying to work here.
Listen,
I got
I'm
time
trying to
for all
help
that.
you out for when you start doing
Oh, you gonna be at my place and then be now listen here, woman, you do this, this, and this.
Because you know what's going to happen?
What's gonna happen?
People are going to say, what brush is that? Trust me. Hung Vango even says it. And it's funny because as much of his videos I watch, and I'm thinking a lot of people do watch most of his videos, right? He'll say in the beginning of the video, so I do list all the items that we use are listed in the description box because somebody's always asking, what did we use? So people
That's
are
fine. It can be in the
but
description
I'm saying
box.
people
Look,
are
you
going
do
to
this
want to
all the
know.
time, don't you? I don't.
But
So
that's what I'm saying.
not
People
used to
are.
it.
I know, and I'm trying to help you get used
And
to it.
you're very helpful,
'Cause
but
people are
I'm
gonna
focused
ask
on my
you.
work here, not
But
focused
your
at
work,
looking on brushes.
I know, but your work is also informing people.
I'm using the Esom brush, people, just so you know. I just informed them. I'm frustrating, aren't I?
No, you're not.
Can you imagine if you had to live with me? Oh my God.
No, because you got
Maybe the
pets, and that ain't
shits.
happening.
Yeah.
Y'all, she got cats and dogs. I'm like, if you want me to visit, just say so.
That's why I'm always coming here, because
If you don't want me to visit, just say so. You don't got to keep getting more and more animals.
I do want her to visit, but I'm afraid of her allergies kicking up.
Oh my god.
So I really-
And asthma.
Yeah. And I don't want to put anybody through that. So
I was there with 10 minutes. You're like, okay, let's go. And I forget where we went. We went shopping, went out to lunch, something.
And you still have problems,
Yeah.
even though you weren't there long.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a delayed reaction with my asthma. Like, I'll feel fine. And then, like, 20 minutes later, after I'm out the house, I'll be like, and I'm like, and then it takes all day for it to get out of my system. It's just really weird. And so I have to, for each place I go, if they have pets, I have to just learn okay, how long can I be here and not be affected? Because by the time it does affect me, it's too late. It's gonna bother me all day. So it's just figuring out how long am I safe here before it kicks in. And it's different for different people's houses.
I just don't want to go up here.
It might not be primer there. I have that issue personally, and I can always tell by how the shadow applies, or it doesn't, or it might be a sharp line where the shadow just kind of seems to cut off, and it's because I didn't blend out the primer properly or something. But that's something I've noticed for me. I'm not saying that's what's happening with you.
Yeah, well, I thought I had gone like over your whole eye, so.
Because for me, because that is a tacky primer, like where it is where it is, and if it's not, the shadow is like, we ain't playing over there. Excuse me. Maybe I'll eat some Skittles. That seemed real random, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what I was thinking? Because the berry one is like has a fruit flavor. So it might help my breath smell better.
Right now, you're not going anywhere. You'll stay right where you are.
She likes my hot pizza breath, y'all. You heard her say I ain't going nowhere.
I just don't want her getting up and leaving.
The kitchen is like literally like a half a foot behind me. Oh, she don't want me to leave. Yo, I live here. Where I'm going.
Close
She
those
is so
eyeballs.
serious.
I am. I can't help it. I gotta focus on what I'm doing.
I know. I appreciate it. That person who asked me to do that look for the formal dinner, I think I'm gonna do. Why am I talking so fast? I think I'm gonna do just like a neutral look. Because doing color, as you know, it takes a while, and you do have to like, oh wow, that's nice. You really blew that out there.
I'm trying to. I
Wow.
gotta fix it up here a little bit.
Oh, she went back to my ear. That's nice though. This is a different shade. Wow. And so I was trying to think first. Well, the other day I was thinking of what to wear for the formal dinner.
Yeah.
And so I took out and thankfully the person who asked me to do her makeup, I asked her if she knows how to tie a corset, and she said yes. I'm like, okay, cool.
Could you turn your head a little bit? There you go.
I'm like,
Oops.
I will definitely need help with a corset.
Are you gonna wear a corset?
I don't know. And so I was thinking to take my black corset from Stillbones, which you cannot move in them because it is such great quality.
Yeah.
But I have a short black kilt. And so I was thinking of taking that with the black corset and wearing my black Doc Martens. But I don't know if that goes together. And I'm not fashion savvy. I mean, even though it's all black, but just like the low level Doc Martens. Like they're not high boots.
I never really, you know, I tried to wear a corset, especially in the early days. But I found I was very, very uncomfortable sitting in them. I was very uncomfortable eating in them, and I'm like, you know, this blows.
Stillbones is uncomfortable because it is such good quality. It does suck you in, and like if it's tied right, you have trouble breathing.
Turn your head this way just a little bit.
And so, and then I have a corset dress from Stillbones, which I know wouldn't look right with the boots. And then I have a longer corset that's almost to my knees. That's like a burgundy color. So I'm trying to figure out what to take to wear. But I was thinking, if I get dressed, like there's no way I can do her makeup with a corset on because you can't bend in it.
No.
The cheap ones I have on Amazon, I could do cartwheels in it if I could do cartwheels because those were just really flimsy. But Stillbones corsets, you are not going to move. It does help your posture though, and it helps my back pain because it's almost like a back brace because it gives so much structure. And so I was trying to think like, do her makeup. She helps me get into my corset, but then I gotta do my makeup. And can I do my makeup with a corset on?
I wouldn't try it.
So I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out like the timeline here. So what do you think?
Think about what?
Do my makeup, and then get dressed?
Yes. Yeah, why you want to be uncomfortable? You know, you're already going to probably be a little bit nervous because I'm always nervous when I'm doing somebody else's makeup. So why the hell are you going to add, you know,
me too. And that's
add
why I'm
more
thinking,
stress to the pile?
And that's why I'm thinking just do a neutral look because it's hard to mess up with a neutral look. But
It
then
is.
I don't know what makeup she has. I told her bring whatever she wants me to use, and so I have no idea. But just like you when you came here, you just looked and picked out stuff. I have no idea what she's going to bring. But whatever she brings, that's what I'm gonna use and just do the best I can. It's hard doing other people's makeup. Like even if we master how to do our own, which y'all know I haven't mastered how to do my own yet, but doing somebody else's is totally different because your angle is different. Because how she's, you know, doing this and this and that, for me, I'm this way. You know what I mean? And so the whole process is just different.
It is very different, and usually very uncomfortable. You almost have to be in a studio situation, you know, or you're in a chair, and then I can revolve, you know, all around you and walk around you and look at you from all angles. Where here it's exceptionally difficult, because I'm kind of stuck.
Even in Scott's videos, he'll do a look and then he'll take off his glasses, look in the monitor, do their face, and then sometimes he'll stand behind them and like look in the mirror and just see, you know what I'm saying? So seeing all different angles and, you know, what's what and making sure everything looks the same. And it's very nerve-wracking for me, but thankfully everyone's face I did, like, they really liked it. Even if I didn't like it, they were like, this is so awesome, and I'm like, thanks. And they're like, what? I'm like, nothing. Because then too, we're hard on ourselves. You know, we're very critical of what we do, especially for somebody else, because not only do we want them to like it, but we want to look at it and be proud of it. And I'll be like, damn, that's fucked up. And they're like, this is great. And you're like, that looked like shit. But it is very different. Let me know, y'all, who have you, here's a question. I don't think I've asked y'all a question yet this video. Here's the first question. And I still got a black eye. I'm done with you, with a woman. Settle down. Here's a question. Have you done makeup on somebody else before? And if so, how was that process for you? Like, was it just like easy breezy, you know, or was it like a lot of anxiety? Because I sweat a lot. It's a lot of anxiety. I feel very stressed. She wants me to put matte color excess, glider dye, gel pencil eyeliner on my inner rims, lower and upper. This is a whole black eye over here.
I told you it'd be fallout.
So let me know if y'all have done someone else's makeup before. And if so, how was that process for you? And here's a second question. She said when she puts liner on inner rim, she smudges it out. I have never even seen anybody smudge out.
Yeah, if you run the brush over your lower lash line, it takes some of the. It takes some of the liner that you put in your inner rim, and it smudges into your eyelashes.
So you're smudging along the lash line, not the inner rim.
No, you're not. You're doing directly under on the
okay,
the bottom
so it's
lashes.
Not. So it's not smudging the inner rim.
No.
Oh, because that's what you were.
It's the lash line.
Okay.
No, I said when I put liner on my inner rim,
you smudge it.
And I smudge it. I meant into my lower lashes.
Oh, yes. Okay. And I can see that
actually
because
out of your inner rim. No.
And that's why I was like, what? And so I do understand that, because sometimes, like now, I see it in my lashes, and sometimes I'll have fallout, and I'll be like, why is it a black spot here? And I'm like, oh, that's the liner, because it'll get in my lashes and flake off my lashes. But when you were saying you smudge the inner rim, I was like, how the hell do you do that? And you was insisting you did.
I did.
And now the truth came out, y'all.
Yep.
The smudging what's in your lashes onto your lower lash line, not smudging your actual inner rim. Okay. Now that makes sense. So you see the difference, y'all. Inner rims are done, not inner rims done. Yep. That's nice. Right, let me do I gotta do the other side.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you already did.
No, because I was. Do it look like I did?
I was focused on one eye, not both of them.
No, because I was even showing them like the difference between inner rims being done. So it's like a subtle difference. And I started doing this back in 2004, and I just never stopped. It's a subtle difference, but it looks, and I'm intentionally smudging downward to give you something to smudge on lower lash line. So if you see what I'm saying, you see how I'm bringing this down right here? And so I'm intentionally doing that. I think another reason that I don't smudge what's in my lashes onto my lower lash line is because I usually end up putting eyeshadow on my lower lash line anyway. And so it always turns out that it looks smudged in the first place. And so this is me doing my upper rim. Okay. All right. So that is done. Let me get a lipstick applicator to absorb any excess moisture from having my eyes bugged open. Get a dry one. Stick that in here. How are you today? I know, I'm so weird. And the only thing with that is sometimes it takes it off on that inner corner. So we're gonna put a little bit of that right back here. And a little bit of that right back there. All right.
Okay. Now, are you going to be okay if I go over your lower lash line?
I don't know. We'll see.
So
I need to look up, don't I? Mm-hmm. No, I don't do it. Well, you know what I do, because I put eyeshadow under there, and sometimes it will puff up into my eye, and then sometimes it doesn't. It depends on the shadow and also what brush I'm using. And I usually do this after foundation because the foundation might remove it.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just realizing I just got chilly all of a sudden. Earlier, y'all, I was sweating.
And
that's why I changed my shirt. I had on a short sleeve shirt. You know, and I was running around, I was, moving stuff because y'all know my space is small, and I wanted her to have enough room to lay out what she was using and do what she was doing. And then something sparked a memory about Macari, and I'm like, oh shoot, I made a purchase and I didn't package it up. Turns out it was only yesterday, but for some reason it seems like it was days and days ago. So then I was trying to figure out if I had packaged that up, mailed that out, which I didn't. She just purchased it in the wee hours of this morning. And so I printed the label for that. And what is this you're doing?
I'm just doing a little bit of cleanup.
With
the concealer.
Excuse me. Okay.
Because this is, when you work with dark shadows, unfortunately, sometimes you can get some fallout. And I always like to, do you mind if I touch your head?
You
okay
did that before, and I didn't realize it till I was watching the video, and I'm like, she done just palm my head. Like, what is it, a
Don't
bowling
you make
ball?
me laugh, woman.
What is a bowl? She was just like on the back of my head. What am I, like a little genie ball? No, a crystal ball. Like palm in the back of my head. And so those are the two questions so far. Have you done someone else's makeup? If so, how was that process for you? The second question, disregard, because we worked out what she meant when she was saying about the interim
Okay,
thing.
I'm going to go over here.
So, have you done someone's makeup? And if so, how was that process for you? Even back when I was newer to makeup, like 5 years in, people were like, oh, can you do my makeup? And I'm like, holy shit, like, do they know that I don't know how to do makeup? But people have always liked my eyeshadow looks, though.
It's different when you do it on yourself versus someone else.
Very.
Because I had my former hairdresser, she always did my hair. She did it exactly the way I like. She was a little bit edgy the way I like it. And she always did a good job on her makeup. And then my nursing school bestie and I were graduating from nursing school. And I said, it'd be fun to get our makeup done professionally. Even though I felt like I could do it, I just want to spoil myself a little bit.
Yeah, you want to just sit back and relax like I'm doing right now.
And then and my makeup looked horrible. I had to go home and redo it. What?
I ain't saying it.
What are you saying?
I'm still seeing gray, like right around here.
Yeah, I know. I think it's just the fallout.
But you know what, not only that, but sometimes, depending on the color of the shadow and because of the undertone of the concealer, sometimes it doesn't clean up. Sometimes it'll just brighten it a little bit. Like, it does look brighter, but my hope is that the foundation will cover that.
And that's what I'm thinking,
and so
too.
Usually when I clean up, it's usually just out here. Because it was in a live stream. Somebody's like, oh, use concealer. I put it on. It turned the whole area like a greenish type yellow color. And I'm like, that did. I'm like, they done sabotaged my live stream. Oops. And so sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But I really think it's, let me put the cap on. Give me that.
Well, I don't know whether I'm done with it yet or not.
See, this is what happened before.
Okay, well, can you just leave it uncapped,
I'm going to clean it.
Well, no, I mean, I may need to use more.
I know, but at least it won't dry. It's easier to clean when it's still wet.
All right.
All right, go ahead, do your thing. I'm going to hold on to the cap. I opened it. I was like, what the hell? And it caught me by surprise. So in my video, I'm like, what the hell? And then I'm like, oh. Yeah, I'm a tad OCD, y'all. And the thing is, too, like, when you live alone, you know how you leave your stuff. And so when you find it a different way, it's like, what happened? But that's what it was. And this little piece, I couldn't even get this out of here. So I'm going to hold on to the cap. Do you need me to turn a certain way?
Yeah, just kind of stay the way you are.
Okay, so this is the Fenty 335. I've been wondering if I do want to try another shade in the House Lab. Y'all, I love that formula. The 330 looked the closest to 335 in the Fenty, but it made me look more tan. And when I went to a barbecue, I asked someone that I know will be honest with me. They were like, your makeup is pretty. And I had the whole eye look done. And y'all were here with me because I did it as a get ready with me. And I said, okay, here's a question. Do I look more tan than usual? And so they stood back and was looking at me, shoulders and everything. I said, no, just my face. I said, I'm trying out a new foundation. Do I look dark? They were like, yeah, you do look a lot more tan than usual. So I'm just like, fuck. It looked good here in front of the lights and things like that. But when I got in my car and I looked in the rear view, I'm like, damn, I look really tan.
You know what I think we're going to have to do?
What?
Because of the concealer and the way it mixed with your eyeshadow, I think we're going to have to take off what's under your eyes. Yes.
And so I told myself I'm not going to try another shade because I have the Fenty I love that matches. The Estee Lauder 4 and 2 is a perfect match. The Pat McGrath M18 is a perfect match. So I'm like, why even try a different one? But part of me is like, but the formula was so nice. But I have 3 foundations I love. So I'm going back and forth because at first my neighbor was like, so you want to try a different shade? I'm like, no, because I have 3 other foundations. But then I keep thinking about it like, damn.
Do you have something that you can just take off under your eyes?
No.
You don't?
Because even when I use a makeup remover wipe, it irritates and I need to still wash that off.
So what's the best way to get it off?
I don't know. And the foundation didn't cover it?
Well, I didn't like pack it in there.
May I?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything on here?
Yeah.
Might need more.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I don't put foundation on my hand because, damn, I don't think this is coming off.
Oh, no, it's not. That's what I'm saying. It's that eyeshadow. I told you there's going to be fallout.
Where did I put my little palette at? I'm
Which
gonna have
palette?
a little metal palette that I use to put foundation on. I don't put it on the back of my hand because then it dries up, and I'd rather put it on my face than on my hand because this stuff is expensive. I love the shape though, y'all. Look at the shape. I don't even remember. Damn, excuse me, y'all.
I don't know where you
I don't know where I put it either. You know what? Just hand me a saucer out of. Hand me a thing out of, please. Sorry to be rude.
What, like this?
Yeah, just hand me that. This
Oh,
is
goodness.
the closest
Oh,
thing.
goodness.
So I just did a squirt, a little tiny squirt. Yeah, I don't know. And look, you got stuff on it. Look at the she got foundation in.
I'm completely alone.
So
That's gracious.
okay, I think this will do it.
You think? Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I didn't want to pack
Another
it on
little
there.
squirt. Well, you gotta do.
And that's why I'm not
And
just
so I
a
just
huge
put 2
fan of
more.
all those dark shadows. It just.
And this is why I like this foundation because it covers and it still looks like my complexion. Like, look at that. Look at that. Look at it.
Much better.
Do we need some more on this side?
Yeah, like right here.
Okay.
See, this is what makes me nervous about doing other people's makeup because you just don't know what's going to happen, you know?
So how's that? Oh, is there still a spotlight right here somewhere?
I don't know. I can't tell because of the lighting.
I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it down here. Up here, you know what? We're going to leave it because you know why? Because you did smoke out the lower lash line. But in
I
here,
did.
and here is looking good.
Yeah.
And under
right,
here
the
is
other,
looking
yeah,
good.
under the lash line, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
why I love this foundation. And that's
Yeah.
why I'm like, do I even
Well,
want
see,
to?
I was trying to go in too easy, you know, because that's just
And you
my
see
nature.
me, I'm just like.
Yeah, she just piling it on there.
But you know what? It doesn't look cakey though.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't look cakey.
It
It's
looks
not
nice.
creepy.
I used this years ago. I used it, and I've just tried so many foundations in the interim. I just kind of, well, I don't want to say I
wonder if
forgot
it-
about it, but
So I just did another little tiny squirt
okay.
because I just want to get a little closer up here.
Yep. Do you want the little angled brush I used? Okay.
because that's right where I'm putting it.
Well, I
like
know,
right
I know.
there.
Oh, yeah. Well, this probably already. This
Yeah,
is
so I just
dirty
put a little bit
anyway,
more
so
right here.
I'm gonna
But
put
we
this
got
in
plenty of
dirty
brushes
here.
though. We got plenty of brushes. So I'm just bringing this up a little bit higher. And I think I messed up your shape.
That's all right. I can try to fix it. Let me see.
I think
No.
actually it looks the
No.
same, actually.
Yeah.
Because both sides have a little gap right there, which happens because my eyes will tear and it'll be a gap. So when people say, oh, you got to connect it. And I'm like, it'll look connected for like 10 seconds. And then...
you always get a gap in there, especially...
Because my eyes tear.
You're, well, yeah.
You know what, though?
If you sweat, too. I can fix...
I love the shape.
Do you like the shape?
I love the shape. Good. So that see, and it don't look cakey.
No, it doesn't look cakey at all.
All right, so we fixed it. High five, though.
Oh.
High five.
We work together.
This is teamwork, y'all.
Yeah, well, see, I
so
was
now,
afraid.
What are you doing now?
I'm just, close your eyes. I'm just gonna...
See how bossy
right here.
Okay.
Okay, other side. I just want to make sure that...
Oh, where I had made the gap.
Okay, I just want to make sure it stays connected.
So for me, the Fenty foundation works better than concealer. And I think it's the undertone. I think that's what it is.
All right, let me do your brows.
I am wait because I'm tearing.
Oh.
So I'm just tapping.
See, that's because we're getting all that shit near your eyes.
No, it's not that. It could be the AC just kicked on or powder puffing up into my eye from putting powder under there. So this is the... Hey, y'all, tell them what happened to the Fenty brow pencil.
Oh, yeah. So the last time I was here, I used the Fenty brow pencil, and I did really like it. Can you put your... is it comfortable for you to put your head back a little bit? Well, not like that, crazy woman. Give me that head.
My neck just cracked. That's what I get.
I know, right? You're carrying on. So anyway, I like the brow pencil so much that I actually went out and bought it for myself. And I really, really liked it. But the problem was it didn't last me but a month.
And that's crazy, y'all, because it lasts me for like 3 or 4 months. And so I was asking her, like, does she use a lot of it?
Well, I mean, my brows are relatively dark.
Because it lasts me like at least a good 4 months. At least 4 months.
Sorry, let me have this.
And she said it lasted her a month. And I'm like, what?
Yeah,
what is this?
What is what?
It's right here.
Where?
I think that's
you. Yeah, because you were piling it on there.
You know, when I was being all weird. Like, excuse me, hiccup. I didn't do my intro. Okay, the intro, y'all.
Now after the fact.
I know, like, what are we? Oh, damn, an hour and 2 minutes. So the intro, the Crazy Troll Nation, the crazy part is just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self. However you are, just be yourself. Try not to pretend that you're someone or something that you're not. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique. Use whatever it is you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it because you set the standard for yourself. And here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance. I said that funny. Self-acceptance and self-love.
Probably because my hand is on your face.
True. Embracing your natural features. Enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. The bottom line here is loving yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. Both things you've already realized that I say for people who are new is, I do curse sometimes, because I curse sometimes, period. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches, and I always say, excuse me, whether I think you heard it or not, except in this video, I just kind of held it in because I didn't want to hiccup and then like breathe in her face, be like, excuse me.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. So, but any other time, whether I think you heard it or not, I will say, excuse me. So that's the intro, and that's 2 little tidbits about me is cursing and burping. And yeah, and just wearing makeup, whatever, however I want to. And just rocking it.
Oh, eyebrows are so challenging.
I don't even try too hard anymore because it's just like, you know, they are. Because then so I don't have tails and I draw the tails on, I just try to get the tails even. And so I actually do the tails first. And I fill in very lightly because when my brows are filled in, it doesn't look natural because my brows are not naturally thick and filled in. And so when I see people, they're like, oh, I'm going to do my brows. Like after they do the brows, I'm like, that does not look natural because it's natural how it was. And instead of enhancing, they completely fill in, make them dark, block them off, and all of that. And I'm like, yeah, but they weren't like that before. But, and that's why I like Hung Vango so much is because he does play off of their natural features. He doesn't change their face shapes. He doesn't change, you know, their brow shapes. He might just fill in just a little bit, but it still looks natural. It doesn't look, you know, square, blocked off. He doesn't change the shape of their brows. anything like that. And so I think I watch him more than any other professional makeup artist. The second most I would watch would be Natasha Denona, but she doesn't do the whole face like Hung Bangle does. And I used to watch Denessa, but because I can't wear any of her products, I don't watch her too much. But I really do love like what she does. And so for Hung Bangle, I think is because he starts with skincare, which is very soothing to even watch, and then just seeing him do the entire face, and it's just really enjoyable. His lisp still gets me at times, but I've learned to understand like what he's saying. I really just like seeing the whole entire process, the transformation, and they still always look like them, just a little more polished or a little bit more color, you know, as far as blush or whatever, or you know, their eyeshadow look. But and I love that he does all types of people, all types of skin tones, skin issues, skin problems, complexions, age. And it's still, you're not always going to see the same thing every single video. You're not going to see the same look every single video. And so that's why I'm fanning over Mr. Van Gogh. What cracks me up though in his videos is, you know, he'll say stuff is listed in the description box, and then like he'll say what foundations he's using, and then when he uses it, they'll put on the screen foundation. So they don't put the name of the foundation, they'll just put foundation, or they'll put pressed powder or something like that. And so that always kind of makes me laugh. But everything is detailed out in his description boxes.
So eyebrows are always challenging to do. I mean, I've gotten mine down where probably like 5 minutes or so I can get them done, but when you do somebody else's, I think it's, again, a little bit challenging to get right.
Are you doing a mini-me brow again? Because you did mine like yours last time.
I'm trying not to. Damn it. You're throwing me off a little bit.
Do you want a lipstick applicator because it's more pointed versus
No, I'm
the
good.
Q-tips?
No.
Okay.
I just wanted to redo this one spot.
Okay.
See, that's why I like the Milani pencil. It is so soft. It's hardly any pressure at all that you have to put on it. And this one, along with most of them, look, don't do that to your brows. You have to put too much pressure to get the color payoff.
I think it's your technique, because I barely put pressure. But then you know what also, like you see how she filled them in and how they're dark. I don't make my brows dark. So I think it's just the way you do it, because you do fill it in. Because if you see my brows, it almost looks like, does she even have stuff on there? And so I'm thinking maybe that's why yours might have ran out quicker too, because I think you use more powder.
I probably do than you, and that's why yours lasts a long time and mine did not.
Because my brows, I never do my brows this dark, because I want them to still look natural.
Yeah, and
She's
I'm not
like
trying to
turning-
get natural, but
She's like palming and turning my head like a crystal ball here.
I'm
y'all.
sorry. I'm just trying to. Okay. Well, you know, it's like with brows. It's like at some point you just have to say, you know what, you need to fucking stop. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to curse.
I've been cursing.
You just need to stop. Okay, so I need a little tiny brush because I'm going to do a little bit under your brow. That's too big. This is better. What? I'll pull them out more.
No, that's how I see if they're kind of the same as I put in the corners.
Are they not the same? I don't know. I told you, at some point you gotta stop fooling around with them. Here. Oh, Lord almighty.
But you know what? They can only see
Come here.
one side of my face at a time. Let me stop. Okay, wait.
Oh, see, now you made me mess up.
I made you mess up. I didn't make you go back in.
Damn woman. You're here sitting there measuring them.
Because that's what I do when I do my makeup. But I'm not doing my makeup. You're doing my makeup. And they've been international pen pals all this time anyway, like for the last 20 years. So they can stay international pen pals.
Okay, which one needs to come out more?
The one you're working on.
The one I'm working on? Okay.
You can just leave it. They
No,
can only see one side of my face at a time. They can only see one side at a time.
And the problem is, too, the lighting here is not great. You know, like above us. You know what I mean? The light's in front of you. It's not on top of us.
Because the track lights are not even
is that
facing this
better
way.
from a measurement standpoint?
Yes.
All right.
And I don't have any track lights on me because then that created shadow behind me. Or if I hold something up, there was always a shadow.
Okay.
So, are you finished with the foundation?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right, I'm gonna clean this off. So what are you doing now? What are you using?
I went back into the Xenon palette.
With what shade and what purpose?
Hold on.
Are you doing the outer? Oh, you're doing the brow bone?
Yep, just doing a little bit of the brow bone.
Okay.
Just giving a little highlight in there.
What color did
I am
you use?
using.
You don't know. Was it Snurt that you used earlier?
No, it's this one, cotton. Oh, what's it say? I'm
Contrail.
saying cottontail.
Contrail, which is actually Palladian from Retroglam.
Okay, turn this way.
Mm.
You know what? I'm not sure I used that one. I know, I made a little mark there. I think I used this one, sorry. Neve.
What was
Neve.
And that one actually is that one, and that's described as a sparkling metallic peony pink. See, labels coming in handy. So tell me another story about something. What are your favorite foundations? How about that?
Are you asking me or asking them?
I'm asking. They can't answer me right now.
Oh, that's true, they can't.
And plus, we need to talk so they don't get bored, and we're just sitting here being quiet. So what are some of your favorite foundation makeup artist person painting my face today?
My favorite foundation is, it's a Maybelline foundation and it's a skin tint. Because, you know, like I said, I prefer skin tints as opposed to
Foundation?
actual foundation because of my skin being older. And I don't like, I'm sorry, I have to get over here and get a correct brush, sorry. So yes, I prefer a skin tint as opposed to an actual foundation. Like the Fenty is something I used when I was going a little bit heavier on my skin. But I don't do that now because I'm 62. And I think I still look pretty good for 62, but...
You do, and so you keep always talking about your age, your age, your skin, your skin, your age, your skin. I'm like, don't have to deal with the age. Because if that's the case, everybody would go through the same exact thing at a certain age, and they don't. So you like the Revlon skin tint? What else?
Maybelline.
Maybelline skin tint. And what else?
I use the House Labs, which isn't a skin tint, but it is a foundation, but it's not a heavy foundation. It provides moisture. So I do use the House Labs. I also use Dermatology, which is a real super light skin tint. It is not covering anything, but it gives the face like kind of a nice glow. So I have to go in and do a lot of work with my concealer to cover up.
That sounds like the Pat foundation. It is so shit, but it's my perfect shade. Like when I put it on my forehead and on my cheeks and my chin, you cannot tell I put anything there. But as far as under eye and around my nose, it's still gonna look dark and it's still gonna look red. But as far as the rest of my face, it is like perfect for me. But it is kind of like a skin tint, even though it says it's a foundation. But it is very sheer.
And now I'm just kind of going in and just blending away that little line there that I created because I don't want a line. I just wanted to highlight the brow just a little bit. I don't want too many defined lines. I mean, we smoked out, well, the corners of the eyes, but other than that. Okay. All right. Do you want to do your mascara?
Do you want me to do my mascara?
Oh, you know what? We never did our blush and bronzer.
Yeah, and my face is just a tad tacky, maybe because I added more foundation. So I don't know if you want to set it first or
You want me to set
not.
it first?
No, I'm saying I don't know if you do or not. Like you're doing my face.
Well, if
so
it's
you do-
tacky, let me see. Oh yes, it's tacky. So yeah, let's do some setting. Are you okay if I tap into the lid or not? Oh, there's already stuff in there.
Hush up, woman. I'm talking to the people.
Shut up.
Actually, I use either this. That one's great too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this one.
Or I use this one because
And
this
of
is
course,
fluffy.
it's our man Scott Barnes.
Scott Barnes, that big ass fluffy brush. Oof, child.
There's not much. I tapped off.
I
didn't knock.
I didn't say anything.
I didn't knock.
I did not say anything.
See, I tapped lightly. You didn't hear any kind of noise.
And for that brush, I just smush it in and then just tap it around my face and then go back and buff it. Because I love that
Yeah,
brush.
I never used this powder before, so I don't know. I don't want to be like loading up your face with a bunch of powder.
This powder never looks cakey.
Okay.
And as you see, even if you see it when you
looks
first tap the
nice.
brush, when you blend in, it's my complexion. I love this freaking powder. Once I started using this powder, I never went back. Because it is my skin tone. And I tell people, if you, and there's only like 5 different shades in this powder. But I'm like, if one of them is your color, because it never looks cakey, it never looks powdery. But,
And I'm just kind of going in a little bit more on the cheek area because that's where we're going with the blush and the bronzer. So don't want any too much, and I don't want the rest of her face looking too cakey because we already had to go on with some additional foundation because of all the fallout.
But that doesn't even look cakey either, do it?
No, it doesn't look cakey. It looks very nice.
I love that foundation.
Now you only do foundation on your cheeks, correct? Or on the
That's
here, correct?
bronzer?
Oh, well, that's fine. I don't mean I meant bronzer. Jesus, he got me all discombobulated, lady. See what she does to me?
I'm just sitting here minding my own business. Don't believe for y'all. Y'all see me. I'm just sitting here minding my own business.
Oh, I think they know what's what.
True. They've been here enough. There's one video. I was saying something, and I was speaking complete, like, gibberish. And I said, y'all know troll now by now, right? Y'all been here long enough. And people are commenting, yeah, we knew what you meant. We speak troll. I was cracking up. Like, so they
That's
know.
funny.
I know, right? They
You
know,
got your fans.
They know exactly what I'm saying, even when I'm speaking gibberish. I'm like, y'all speak troll, right? They commenting, yeah, we do. We know what you meant. And I'm like, that's kind of scary, though.
You know what? I do love Scott Barnes' brushes.
I
I know
do.
he can be a tool, but, you know, I do
You know
love
what?
his brushes.
This one, I had one of these. Let me see which one you have. This one I found on Macari, and I know, excuse me y'all for reaching over you.
I poked around on Macari for
This
his
one,
brushes.
this one I know I got from Macari because this one is fluffier. You see how this is more drawn out and this one is more like pinched in? This is the one from Macari because it's not fluffy like this one. That's how I can tell. But yeah, I found
Is
it
it
on
the
Macari.
same brush?
Yes.
Well, what's the deal?
Because
Look
when
at
they-
me in my pants. Shit.
Because when they shipped it, they still had the brush guard on it. So when they shipped it, the brush was in the thing that was like this.
Oh, gotcha.
And so it just, so as I use it, I know it'll fluff out, but that's how I can tell which one is which. But I do love this brush.
I do like this color on you because it's subtle.
It is.
It,
It's
you
hard
know,
to
it's
mess up
not
with.
like, you know,
Yeah,
it's
and-
not like, oh my God.
And,
you're
and
like,
they blend out. Even when if I put too much, it blends out perfect.
yes, it is blending out very, very
Yeah.
nice. I do like it.
Yeah, I love her stuff. Well, the stuff I use, which is the bronzers and the blushes and the highlighters.
All right, next we're gonna go in with some blush. It's the, you know what, we
Acai
used this the
Sky.
last
Yeah,
time.
you did.
I don't know. Should we use this again?
That's what you pulled out.
I know that's what I pulled out.
It's up to you. You're doing my face.
You know what? No, I don't like it. It's too bright. Hold on, people. I'm coming
Alright.
back. I got.
Do you want me to
the
do my
blush.
mascara base and primer while you're? I
You
mean,
can do your
mascara.
if you want.
The mascara, Sills Boost Lancome mascara base. So we're gonna put this on. I will say this about her blushes. I have 5. Well, when I had 5, I was going away for Academy. It was a 5-day trip. Each day I picked one at random. Did not care like what eyeshadow I was wearing or anything. Just picked the blush at random, and each blush went with whatever eye look it was. Because when you put them on and you blend them out, it goes with everything. And so that taught me something. Because people are like, oh, cool tone eyeshadow, cool tone blush, blah blah blah. It did not make a difference. It's just something with how her blushes work in a formula that is going to look right regardless. For me anyway. And this is a Lancome Definisos mascara. And so that trip taught me a lot. It didn't matter what blush I used. It didn't matter what eyeliner I used for my inner rims. It all just looked right. So that was very eye-opening. And even now here at home, I'll still pick a blush at random because I'm like, it's gonna look right from the House Labs. And I have the blushes that Grace has sent me that I use.
I'm gonna shoot all over my pants. I'm gonna need your micellar water when we're done.
Okay.
So I can try to get that off. I'm not used to. I usually have my jammies on when I'm doing my makeup.
I'm using wearing my indoor clothes. One of my pair of indoor sweatpants, it has like makeup all over it. It looks like my carpet around my station. There's just like makeup stains all over it, and I don't even care. And that's why I'm like Mr. Rogers. I have indoor clothes and outdoor clothes. Alright, so this is the Lancome mascara with the Sills Booster mascara. It says mascara base, but it is actually a mascara primer. So I put both of these on.
Okay. Yep.
And so what blush did you pick?
I picked the Lavender Blonde by House Labs. Let's see. Oh, I'll do like this so keep the mirror down. You can see that. Okay. All right.
You also see her like figuring out like where she's gonna tap the brush at.
She yelling at me. Don't you dare tap my Scott Barnes brushes.
Don't be cracking Scott. And them Sephora brushes, Hourglass, but no, don't be cracking them Hourglass brushes. Them things are expensive.
Do you hear her laughing at me? You see what kind of working conditions I got going on here,
This
people?
is a hostile work environment.
It is. Oops, I did a little
like
crack
real
there.
techniques, you can crack those with. Not them expensive brushes. Not them Eason brushes either. Don't be cracking the expensive stuff. Crack the cheap shit. This video. Ooh.
You know, now we gotta you do my makeup.
Oh hell. You wouldn't like it, I can promise you that.
You don't know that.
I do know that because you're not gonna like the colors. Y'all, I am not lying. When I opened up Yucca palette, she said, "Oh, that's an ugly palette." I said, "Why?" She's like, "I don't like them colors."
Entitled to her
But that's how I know you're not gonna like it because I'll pick something I like in the colors, and you'll be like, She was like, "I don't like that. Them colors are ugly." I'm like, "Damn."
Yeah, but you didn't say that when I picked the colors. You just let
I'm
me
like,
pick.
That's one of my favorite palettes. And she's like, "That's ugly." It's like, damn. Excuse me, Miss Ma'am.
You said we're different.
We're opposites with makeup. You know what? If I were to do your makeup, you would probably feel like you look like a clown because you do go more subtle than me.
I do.
Like even though you did a bold look on me, like my cheek is. Oh, she did pull out that matte black lipstick though.
I said if we're going dark, then we're.
This does remind me almost of that Martine Cosmetics 669 look. I love the shape though. I love the shape, and y'all know I've been working on this shape for like probably 4 months now at least.
A little bit.
And this is the MAC highlighter.
MAC highlighter.
Double gleam that I found at TJ Maxx. There's something flying around in there.
I see that. It's like I think one of those little shit faces got in here. Remember when I came in, you're like, close the door, you got gnats going on.
Oh my gosh, it's flying, it's on you.
Damn,
like it's flying around your lipstick.
I smell yummy, that's what it is.
It's that mint. Yeah, my apartment doors is in the corner. And so there's always stuff like flying around because it gets stuck in a corner, can't just fly by. And
can you turn your head a little bit more towards the light? I can't really see the highlight.
Most people, when I open the door, they kind of just stand there for a minute. I'm like, come on in. They're like, oh, okay, how you doing? I'm like, come in. And even when I come in, I'm trying to rush in because stuff always tries to fly in with me. And yeah, so something flew in.
Okay.
So what is left?
Your lipstick and the gloss.
The lipstick and the gloss. Are you doing my lipstick?
No, you are.
Okay.
Just only because it's so damn dark.
Okay, so
it's black. So Miss Dion does her lips all the time, and they always look good in all her videos. And I don't even want to be trying to do that in these conditions because it's so awkward how we're placed.
My lips are not symmetrical, and so you see how I'm pointing this out because with a dark lipstick, it's more noticeable. So you see how looking at my lips, this side comes up here, whereas this side is down here. So you see where my peaks are. And even, and even my bottom lip, this side is more full, this side is more thin. So you see what I'm saying with my lips? This side peak is higher. This is lower. This side.
You picking out all
no,
the
I'm
bad
just,
shit?
No,
I don't really see all that.
No,
like,
it's not. It's not bad.
difference.
But I'm just saying it because when I put on a dark lipstick, it's more noticeable because I do just go on my lip line. I don't overline and everything. And so
I was gonna say you can always correct it by
but then it still looks worse because
overlining.
overlining you can see is over the line, and if I underline.
I think it looks nice when you overline the bottom lip, not the top.
Yes, I agree.
But I do like
when
the
I
little
overline
peak there.
when I overline the top, you can see the line up here, and it
Yeah.
doesn't look right because it's not the same shade.
But you can overline the bottom.
Yeah, and usually I'll overline like right here in the middle and just try to get this part the same.
Yeah.
So I'm only saying that to say, if it looks more crooked, it's not more crooked. It just naturally is. So that's why I pointed out. So they were like, "Oh, her lipstick, her lips." No, it's not the lipstick. And I don't.
Honest, it doesn't matter
and I don't
say.
try. I know, but I don't try too hard for it to look the same. Look at that damn net. Get the fuck. Okay, let me
You need to be trying to smack it, and I'll blow on it.
And so I don't try too hard. The same with my brows. I don't try too hard.
Yes, and I did make them darker than you usually do.
I'm thinking that's why yours ran out because.
Oh yeah, because I definitely. Well, my brow hairs are black. Yours are not.
Are yours actually black though?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a couple white ones in there because I'm oldest.
You sure they're not dark brown?
No, they're not dark brown. Stop blowing on that thing, man.
It looks like the smell
Smack
of
it.
this.
Smack it down.
I can't smack it when I'm holding the lipstick in one hand and a wand in the
Oh,
other.
sure. You may create a new look for yourself.
She acting like me now, y'all. She's acting like how I be acting. Create a new look. And so I don't try too hard. And if I do end up having a problem with the lower lip line, sometimes I'll take my NYX lip liner, the one in black, and then I'll just trace that out. And this is all I do.
And that's a MAC.
This is MAC Metro, no, not Metro, MAC Matte Retro Liquid Lip Color.
I like it.
And what annoys me, and then I'll take the tip.
And go along the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is hella crooked.
Looks nice.
It's hella crooked.
It's a little crooked. Just fix it on the other side. Just compensate. Remember, it's okay to overline the bottom lip.
The next darkest shade is a purple. But it's a metallic.
Is there a MAC store around here?
Yeah, Christiana Mall.
Oh, shit.
And they sell MAC at Ulta.
Maybe next time I come, we can go.
There's MAC is sold in Sephora.
Yeah, but they don't. Yeah, the MAC store has, you know what I mean, more variety and more, you know. Whereas I've seen it at Ulta too, and they just don't have, you know, all the products. It's very limited.
So we're gonna leave this like this because I don't try too hard, and my lip naturally is crooked, and I am on my lip line on the bottom. So this is what that looks like.
Yeah.
And the gloss she picked is...
Well, I just randomly picked because you said none of them have any color payoff.
So which color were you wanting?
Well, you said none of them have a color payoff, right?
No, really
so
not.
It doesn't matter, does it? Oh, here, do this one.
She picked this
it's got
one.
sparkles. I just
This
noticed.
is Fruit Snacks from Fenty. And so we're going to tap this on first.
Yep.
I usually don't put gloss all the way over. I usually put it like right here.
That's
in the
where
center.
I do too, because I don't like it in the corners of my mouth. It gets all gathered. Yeah, I like it.
All right, so that was all with that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is her gloss look. To me, it's just smoky, but I do like it.
I like it too. And that's showing up really nice on top of that black. I don't know that you can see it. Can you see it in the mirror?
Like this, you can look.
Yeah.
Because you see the red sparkles.
Yeah.
But only when I smile, though.
Okay.
So look.
Can you see it in here, though?
Yes.
Okay.
I see a lot down
okay.
here.
Yeah. I was going to say,
Especially
I
when I
really see a
smile.
lot of sparkles.
What the hell?
What you doing? You got black on your teeth?
Nah, gloss on the inside of my lip because of how my lips are shaped.
Gotcha.
So it's like in here. So
I think the only thing I'd do different is we hadn't gone so dark on the eyebrows. But I think it's okay because everything's dark. You know what I mean? Had we done a lighter look, the brows might have been too dark. But I like it.
Y'all know what I'm gonna do?
And you know what? I did your eye shape like that because I watch all your videos and I know how much you like to draw that out.
I've been practicing. I've been practicing because this side I always love, and this side is always, this side comes to the peak, this side is usually rounded. So I've been trying to, and this is kind of like that too, but I've been trying to get,
it's hard to get them exact.
I've been trying to get this shape over here because I do really like that.
Well, we could fix it by just taking like a pointy brush and just drawing out just the tip.
Not now because this.
No, I'm saying if you wanted to, you know what I mean. You could just draw it out with a thin, really thin brush.
Because this here is higher up than.
Well, see, it's hard for me to see because I don't see your face at the same time. Because
you know what, it's the same as I do. How this comes down, like this comes straight, and this side is rounded.
Okay,
that's exactly how I do it.
Yeah,
and I'm like, this side is always like sharp, and this side is round.
You know, usually you get to see your whole face. I don't get to see your whole face at one time.
I like this. Neither do I, because I'm doing this side, I'm looking at this way, and then when I do this side, I'm looking at that way, and then when you look straight, all you see is right here, so it looks fine. But then if you're comparing, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
So it's really not that big of a deal is what we're saying.
Yeah.
But I do really like it. So what we're going to do, since she's way over there, this space that's right here, I'm going to put up a picture of when she did my face before so we can see she did how she do. And then I asked for a smoky gloss look, so this is what she did. And y'all know I'm loving it because it's dark. Y'all know I'm loving the lip.
Grungy.
I did say grungy.
And I think our definitions are a little different. So
yeah,
that's
but I
why
do still,
it is what it is.
But I do really like this. And y'all know I'm in my glory with a black lip.
I do like it.
So I'm loving it.
I do like it.
And I love the cheek situation. So I'm going to put a picture up here of what she did last time and this time. And we're going to figure out what we're going to do next time. I don't know what we're going to do. But we've been here.
You do my makeup next time. I think that'll be fun.
I don't know if I would know what to do. And I'm saying that because your eyes are more hooded than mine. Like when your eyes are open, I don't see, even for me, like I just see a sliver of my lid. Like when your eyes are open, I don't see like any like mobile.
And that's
lid.
with hooded eyes. You really have to do a lot of the work low because that's what you see. If you do the work,
you mean do they look high?
No. If it's high, it depends. Like you have more space up there than I do.
But that's why I go high. You're saying go low. If I go low, where's low?
On you, it wouldn't look like right. But that's what they say with hooded eyes. Like anything you do in the crease is going to be covered up as soon as you like.
Right. So when you
say
go low, what do you mean?
What I see a lot of people doing is instead of doing like heavy,
come in so they can
heavy
see
darkness in the crease area, they're doing it more like along like the lash line and a little bit lower, like here, instead of doing the darkness up here.
Oh, so you're saying they smoke out the outer corner?
Yes. Yeah, because when your eyes open, you're going to see that.
Well, that's not lower because I mean lower would be down here. That's on the side.
You're all the way up here. See, I wouldn't be all the way up there with any darkness. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say, lower and higher.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because you have to be careful because when, like, the way my eyes are, like, when I do this, it looks different than when my eyes are open because it's like this. So any work that I did in here is automatically going to disappear. So if I want to do any work, it needs to be
the outer corner.
Yes.
Right.
So you can still see it.
And that's why I do, and granted, we do have different eye shapes because my mobile lid, all you see is this little sliver right here, and that's why I do take my lid shades up to here, so you'll see them. But then when I look down, you see all of this in here. But come in over here. And so when you look at our eye shapes, I have all of this puff. I have space like this is all my transition area. I have all of this, whereas hers is just
kind of hidden a little bit.
Yeah, where mine's is like, and so I have more room to play. Excuse me. And so people do say I have a lot of space, which I do, but this is all just like puffy transition space, whereas hers is less space. And it's not even puffy.
See, and I don't normally do all that dark work like up where yours is.
But do you like it though?
I like it because
I
watch your videos all the time, and I see. Yes, I do. So I see where you do your work. Okay, and I see a lot of her work is not on her lids. But I love the color on your lids, but you're right, when your eyes open, you can't see it.
Sliver.
But when you're talking and you're kind of looking around, I can see it. Yeah. So people do see it, but not if you're just going to sit there staring at them straight on.
Right. So let me ask you this. If you saw me on the street and you didn't know me, would you look at this makeup and be like, wow, that's really pretty? Or would you be like, okay. Yeah,
well, because I think you're pretty, and I love your hair and your face shape. So I think you're pretty, and I would be immediately like, oh, wow, I love that. I love your makeup.
I want you to like it, too, because I know this is different than what you do.
It is different, but that doesn't mean that, I won't do it or can't do it. And like I said, I know how you do your eyes.
I'm seriously freaking loving this, because y'all know I like the dark, I like the smoke. Y'all know I'm in my glory with a black lip.
And that's important to me that you love it, because I know the last time.
It was interesting.
Right. You didn't. You know what though? I liked it
I'm
on
not
you.
going. I'm not saying I didn't like it. It was
Right.
just interesting because I wanted to see what you would do, and that's what
Right.
you would do. But while we're talking, swing this way and talk
Yeah,
so
sorry,
they can
I'm
see
still
you.
in work mode here.
I know, just while we're talking.
Mm-hmm.
And so it wasn't that I didn't like it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was just different, and you gotta like come on, lean in here so they can see you. And so it was just interesting to see how you would do my makeup, knowing what I like, but then knowing what you like. And so that's what made it interesting because our styles.
We didn't do that.
Do you want to do that?
Why don't you do it? Because last time you think I sprayed too much of you.
What? I spray a lot. The Scandinavia.
Yep. Yeah, we didn't do the finishing spray or setting spray. Excuse me.
And so that's what made it interesting because our styles are very different. Like you see her makeup today. She didn't do a mini me this time, except for the brows. And we were.
Well, it's hard. It's like I said, you know.
I know.
The
But
conditions here are just
saying,
super
I know.
awkward.
Stop leaning over. Like we
I'm
both
sorry.
smelled each other's breath already. Come close. And so, and after the video, like we were laughing because when I looked at it, I'm like, okay, her makeup was kind of reddish pink. She did me reddish pink. She had a neutral lip. She did me a neutral lip. The brows were. I'm like, you done did a little mini me over here. And so we were laughing about it after the fact. But it was cute though. But it was just different. But it was interesting just to see what you would do.
Right.
And so it was interesting. But this is me. Y'all know me. This is where I live.
And even
so
today,
I
mean,
really like it.
I have two shadows on my, but I didn't go super dark. Right? I mean, it's there, but it's not super dark. And my lip, well, it's worn off a little bit because we did eat earlier.
It has good staying power. She ate pizza and her lip is still on.
Yeah. Yeah, it has. I try to pick, lipsticks that have really good staying power. So, yeah. But I think, it just goes to show that no matter what kind of makeup you're doing, you have to do what you like and not necessarily do makeup for the masses. You have to be comfortable in your own skin. Miss Dion loves that look, and I'm going to be honest, I love the look on her because it's very complimentary to her, especially the dark lip. And I love that we went with that blue. As soon as I saw the Xenon, I was going to go with that MAC palette exclusively. And then she's like, well, I have the Xenon palette. And I was like, whoa,
Because she kept saying, this doesn't have dark shades. I'm like, I got dark for you.
Yeah.
And then I pulled out Xenon.
Yeah, and I love it. And you know what, too? I love the color I put on your lid. And I wish it were popping on camera more, but it is popping here.
Yeah.
And I love it. I really do love it. It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let us know what you think. Y'all thought she rocked it last time, so I know y'all are sure and think that she rocked it again this time. But we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do next time.
She's doing my makeup next time. You're gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. I'm excited.
I'm gonna have to watch some of Hung Van Gogh hooded eye makeup looks because I really don't know. My previous partner had really hooded eyes too, and he wanted to do his makeup, and I'm like, mascara? Because I was like, I didn't know what to do. But so we'll just put stuff there and just see where it shows up.
Some shit on there.
I think the key is too, like you were saying, outer corner, and also like for you, for your lid shades, making sure there's a shade like up here in this area, so that when you do open your eyes, you still can see something. When you close your eyes, you'll see the rest. Yeah.
And you know who else does
it'll
a lot
be challenging for me because I'm used to all of my space, and you have less space, and so I would have to use like smaller brushes. Like I don't think I could use like that big brush. That's Scott Barnes brush.
It's huge, but I love it for powder. Because it covers your face beautifully.
I love that brush. Yeah.
You know who does hooded eye looks too? And Wayne Goss, because he has hooded eyes. I know, but he's got some good videos on hooded eyes. So, yeah, but I like him.
Hung Van Gogh.
Okay. Well,
he's the man.
He's the man.
So we're going to go. Thank you, y'all. We've been here a long time. I really appreciate it. We both appreciate it. Stay tuned to her channel. Eventually, she's going to post something else. Eventually, something else. The last one is, like 2 years ago? And that was a collab that we did. So I'm trying to get her, you know what I'm saying? But thank you so much. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Let me know this, too. We're going to do this. That City Beauty lid treatment thing. Lid lifters for your eyelids. If your eyelids were never droopy and now they are, it's supposed to help that. I have no use for it. I've always had puffy lids. She didn't want to try it, and her lids aren't saggy or droopy either. But if it's something that you really feel like you would benefit from trying, let me know, and that'll be a giveaway for this video because I don't know what to do with it and I never opened it. I'm not going to use it. So that's what we'll do for this. But do let me know, have you done somebody else's makeup? If you did, what was the process?
I'd be curious to see the answers on that.
Me too. And what is this on my hand? Foundation.
Well, that's because you had to cover up my mistake there a little bit.
No, it wasn't a mistake. It was just makeup. So that's the question. Have you done somebody else's makeup? If so, what was the experience like for you? And if you want to try that lifter treatment thing, let me know that too. And depending on if there's more than one person that wants to try it, I'll just do random generator, and that'll be a giveaway. If only one person wants to try it, you are the winner. You must be subscribed. So read the information down below. Stay tuned for her channel. Stay tuned here, and I'll let you know when she's coming back, like I was this time, because I was hella excited, and so I'm babbling. So any final words? Make sure they can see you.
Well, I think it's important. I don't like what happened when we had the fallout, but I do like what happened because you always say on your channel, if you make a mistake, just keep going or try to clear it up, but that you always try to show what's real instead of editing shit out, right? You never edit mistakes out. You just leave them in. And I think it's important for people to see, yeah, when you do makeup, shit happens and mistakes happen, and you showed a perfect fix for that, which was the Fenty foundation, which is a really good cover up without being cakey. And I think, again, that's a good lesson for people, that even if they do make a mistake, there is a way that they can fix it. They don't always have to take it off. You didn't have to take it off. You just covered it up with a really good foundation, right? So.
And a lot of people will just wash the whole thing off, and I'm just like, just try to make it work.
Yeah.
Try to make it work.
Yeah. So I think that was important to show too. So.
And I want to make a note, because I just realized when you were saying that, she did not powder down again after I put that there. And it is not cakey. Like this foundation for me, y'all.
I think I'm going to be giving that a try again. And she also has a new one too. Doesn't she have like a skin tint?
Hydrating one. She has a skin tint and another tint and something.
Have you tried
something. I tried her hydrating one, but it was no, because it made me look glowy.
Oh,
and to me, glowy equals oily and greasy, and I didn't like that.
It can do that. Yep.
But that one didn't oxidize. This one oxidizes.
Oh.
And so even when they dried down, they were the same shade. The hydrating one, which is called Soft Lit, it just looked to me shiny, glowy, and I don't like that dewy look on me. And maybe because I'm just used to this, I don't know. But then with the highlighter and the blush, I kind of got a glow. Like, look at my cheek situation. You know what I'm saying? Really so pretty. I don't want my whole face to be
glowy.
But I do really like that, though. So we're really going to go. Long time we've been here. Thank you so much. We do not take your time lightly. We appreciate you being here. As y'all could tell,
very much.
We had a whole lot of fun.
Yes, we did. We always do.
And I'm going to take pictures from the video like I did before, and we're going to pick one for our thumbnail, because the ones we both liked the most was the ones where it looked like she was working, because she was actually working, not just us being like, hey, but just, let's do that again. And so that might be one or it might not, but we both really did like the ones where she was actually doing stuff, which y'all saw was the thumbnail. And so we're really going to go. Thank you. Any final words, because I tend to keep that.
Nope, just thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed what we did. I always enjoy being with Miss Dion, and we always have a good time. I'm talking to you, so there you go. But yeah, thanks for watching and for being patient and sitting through. If you did sit through the whole video, you're amazing.
Thank you, and we will see you next time for part 3.
There you go.
That was good. All right, bye.
Bye, everybody.